Hey everybody, I am Nick, also known as the Bearded Housewife, and welcome to another Holidays with the Housewife video. If you don't know what that video series is, it is my annual card making event just for the holidays. 12 days full of card making fun. Today we're going to be talking about this Home for the Holidays card. It is a layered card. Isn't it cool? It makes this beautiful front door scene. I've used some foam squares to pop out some of the little accents like the coach lights and then the wreath. I think it's so much fun. And then on the inside, I have room for you to leave your message. This card is made for the Cricut Explore and Maker series. It also includes an envelope that continues the theme of the card. If you haven't yet, make sure that you hit like and smash that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any card making fun. And with that, let's get to it. Step 1. Get the free SVG Cut File. To access my free file library, we're going to head to my website, thebeardedhousewife.com. We're going to head to the Resource Library tab. If you don't have access to the free file library, you can click Get Access. You'll fill out a form and then be emailed the password to enter. But for now, we're going to click Enter the Library, type in the password, and then you'll be brought to all the files. Now, at the time of this recording, I do not have any of the Holidays with the Housewife projects loaded into my file library. So there is a graphic that is popping up right now that will tell you the design number of the project that you are watching the video for. So you will click that hyperlink and download the file onto your computer. Go ahead and unzip that file, and then we can open up Cricut Design Space. Step 2. Upload the design to Cricut Design Space. Okay, now that we're in a new project in Cricut Design Space, we're going to head to Upload, Upload Image, and Browse, and find where we downloaded the file onto our computer, and then hit Open, and Upload, then highlight that image, and then click Add to Canvas. It'll bring it into our canvas here. Step 3. Convert score lines in any text. Now, the first thing that you need to do is come up here and click Ungroup in the Layers panel. Scroll down to where we find the envelope. We need to change this layer to a score line. This is the score line. This is the cut layer. So we need to highlight this. Come over here to Operation, change it to Score, then highlight that group. Now we need to find the card base and do the same thing for that score line. Highlight the layer, come up to Operation, change that to Score, highlight the group, and then click Attach. I'll move that out of the way. And the last thing that we need to change here is the little sentiment banner right here. So first thing, change that score line. Now this is the text layer that says Home for the Holidays. We need to come up to Operation, change that to Pen, and then you can use whatever color you wish right here. You click on that and you can change the color. I'm going to stick with black though. Then highlight that group and click Attach. Now we can head up to Make It. You'll see the different layers here. You can click Continue. And I'm going to use medium cardstock. You see that it's saying to put the scoring wheel and then the black pen in our machine. I'm going to go ahead and do that and get everything cut out. Step 4. Cut out the design. Alright, for this project we're going to need our cutting mat, either the light grip or the standard grip cutting mat, all of our different cardstock, scoring wheel or scoring stylus, Cricut pen, again in your choice of color, Cricut scraper, some glue or adhesive, and your brayer to help you put the cardstock onto the mat. So I'm going to get everything cut out and I will see you when everything's done. Step 5. Assemble your card. Okay, now that we have everything all cut out, it's time to go ahead and start assembling. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to layer all of our different embellishments. So I'm going to go ahead and layer the door first. I'm just making sure to line up all of the edges. Give that a good press. There we go. Set that to the side to dry. Now let's go ahead and take care of our wreath. Now these two pieces, it can be however you want. I prefer to use the lighter in the back and then the darker in the front, and then you just kind of twist just so that that lighter color can peek out. So what I like to do is just run a bead all around this little circle. And then get it to where I want it. I think that looks good. Push that down. Now for our bow. Okay, so to make the bow, you're going to fold this tab back and then down. Add a little bit of glue to attach that tab. Now you can add glue here, or you can add glue onto the tails, whichever you prefer. Then take the tails, place that right on the back side of that ribbon. And you're ready to go, just like that. Now you can place that wherever you like. I'm just going to take a look here and kind of see where an area might be a little bit thinner. You know what, I'm actually going to put it right there. So add glue to the back of the bow. There we go. Our wreath is done. Just going to let that dry. Now let's layer the steps together. So the white layer goes on top of the gray layer. So I'm just going to add glue to the back side of this white layer. And then this is going to give our definition and depth for these steps. go. And set that to the side. Now, let's take care of our coach lights. So add some glue to the center portion of the light. And then grab our white pieces and just place those in. And you want to make sure to leave a little bit of a border. Do that for the other one. Okay, coach lights are done. Now we can do our door handle. Put a little dab of glue there, right in the center of the little plate, and then take the handle, or the doorknob, I mean. Place that in. And place that in. Now that's done. There's two different sizes of white card. The smaller is going to be for the front of the card. The larger is going to mat and layer. It's going to layer with the mat for the inside of the card. So let's take the outer red piece and then that smaller rectangle, and we're going to glue the larger one onto the red layer, and you're going to want to just center the white layer. So you want an even border on either side of this white layer, but you want to line it up at the top. Okay, so you're going to line up the top edge, making sure to center it on the red layer. Give that a good press. Now, take this brown strip, add your adhesive, place that along the bottom edge, and I know there's just a slight gap between the white and the brown, but that's okay because that's where our steps are going to go. So now we're going to add glue to the back of our steps here. And we're going to center this with this white panel. So if you just line up the bottom, everything should fall into place. And that's perfect. Give it a good press. Now we can add glue to the door. And then making sure to center it, we're going to line the bottom edge with the bottom edge of the door with the top edge of the steps. That looks about right. Give that a good press. I'm going to use my brayer too. Okay. Okay, so now it's time to add the coach lights and the wreath. For those, I'm going to use a combination of two different kinds of foam adhesive. For the coach lights, I'm going to use these larger squares, and then the wreath, I'm going to use these smaller ones. Okay, now I've added the foam to all three pieces. I'm going to start by adding the coach lights. So I'm going to take the adhesive off, or the paper backing rather, off of the foam pieces. Now what I like to do for these is to have them kind of the bottom of the light to be parallel or level with this part of the trim of the door, and then I like to center it along the trim right here. So right about there looks good, and press it into place. Same thing on the other side. That looks about, yep, that looks right. Okay. Now before we add the wreath, we need to add our little door handle. Put some glue down right there. Whoops. Okay. Take the tape off of these. And now place our wreath on our front door. Make sure to press down on those foam adhesive tabs. There we go. Okay, now we need to add our doormat. There we go. And then the last thing for the front of the card before we add it to the card base is the Home for the Holidays banner. What you're going to want to do is fold down. There's two different score lines on each side. The first one here is closest to the text, and then the second one is closest to the outside. So the ones that are closest to the text you fold down, and then the other ones you want to fold so that the flag part is towards you. So it's a valley. If you're looking up from it, it's a valley and then a mountain. Valley and a mountain. So that gives some dimension to the banner. And where you place this is totally up to you. I know some people would probably put it here. Maybe kind of centering it underneath the coach lights. I like to put it down here, just my own personal preference there. No rhyme or reason, it's totally up to you. So I'm going to put it right down here, just because I don't really want to cover up that pretty wreath. Although that does look good though, doesn't it? No, I'm still going to do it down here. So add some glue. I line up the edges here. Perfect. Okay, now let's take our card base and fold that along the score line. Burnish the fold. I'm going to want to do the inside first. So flip the inside layer over, add adhesive to the back, and add that to the mat. Okay, and flip that over. This would be a good spot to use your tape runners too, but unfortunately I am all out of that and I have not been able to get any more in stock. And then place the mat and layer on the inside of the card base. Now what you could do inside the file in Design Space is you could duplicate both of these layers and put that on the back, but I don't really think that's necessary because we already have a spot for the sentiment. Now let's add our front to the front of the card base. And then you're going to want to center this as well. And there we go. Isn't that cute? Let's set that to the side. Let's work on the envelope now. So for the envelope, you're going to want to fold along all the score lines. And then burnish all the folds. And now we're going to take our inlay and then run glue around the outer edge. And then a little bit of glue all around our bow here. And now let's place that on the inside. Okay, flip the envelope over and then add glue to the bottom of the side flaps here. And then bring the bottom flap up and press it into place. There's our envelope. And here's our card. So cute. Open it up, you can write your message in there, you can stamp in there if you would like, but I just think it's just adorable. Isn't this card adorable? I love that front door scene. It's just so homey and it just makes you want to just walk right into the door. If you do make this one, make sure that you tag me on social media, hashtag holidays with the housewife or hashtag bearded housewife. I would love it if you shared your card creations with me and my Facebook group. That's Cricut cards and paper crafts with the bearded housewife. There's a link in the description below. I hope to see you at the next Holidays with the Housewife video. Until next time, I will see you later. Bye.